The Judah channel, the group they're a very high consciousness group. And when we were, exploring how we would work together, we kind of checked each other out. I mean, we're not just here casually.
Right.
We have our professional reputations, and there are good channels in the world, and you're one of them.
Hello, Judah family. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. This is a super special video that we are creating for you. It's not just a video, it's an experience. So go ahead and enter into the experience by opening your heart and spirit for what's going to come forth. I am so very, very pleased to have a part of the Judah family, a very integral part, and our business partners, Focus Life Force Energy. And I have with me here today Jeffrey Stegman and Clayten Stedman. And they are the owners and founders of Focus Life Force Energy, which we will heretofore reference as FLFE. And when I love these guys so much, I had been connected with the service and had the FLFE service for a long time before Judah came around. So I like to imagine, and I'm quite certain that the energy, the atmosphere that they provided to our home was a part of Judah's coming and being a part of our lives. And in the beginning of our time with Judah, we asked Judah about this FLFE. And Judah began to prophesy about these two gentlemen that you're getting ready to meet. And Judah said that these two guys are the Wright brothers of consciousness, like Orville and Wilbur Wright were to inventing the airplane and putting humanity in the air. Think about that. Two guys, Orville and Wilbur Wright, they managed to revolutionize our entire lives by putting us in the air and giving us flight for all of humanity. And so Judah said that these two guys, Jeff and Clayten, are the Wright brothers of consciousness. And that got me so stoked. I don't think that was an overstatement. I think what these guys are doing is inventive, creative, and can be globally effective to raise our consciousness. And I love that the free trial, is no strings attached. You don't have to give a credit card. It's not like all the subscription things out there where you sign up and then you have to go through the hassle of unsubscribing and all that. It really is truly a gift.
There's a lot of good that happens in those 15 days. We designed it. We designed it to be able to give people, kind of a helping hand within 2 weeks. That is, whether you subscribe or not, is, you're still going to get some benefit. And without having the automatic billing app, and you're not going to get billed by accident. I don't like getting billed because I don't always get stuff done when, or I put it on my calendar and I don't get it done, or I forget to put it in my calendar and I get billed and then I got to, change it. So we don't want to be treated like that. We don't want to treat anybody else like that. So we're kind of daddy geeks, so I thought I'd throw out a couple pieces of daddy here. I know we're getting to kind of a close. Yeah, so as Jeff said, the FLFE is a base for you. It's not, it doesn't limit people. If you're at 580 and you put the FLFE on and it's 550, it's likely your home will go to 600. So 10% of the homes are at 600 80% of the time.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So your home was at 600 over 80% of the time, Anjie. Our homes, we've had them on for, I've been playing with the technology since 2007. So, we also have my home feng shuied and we keep it clean and, it's decorated decently. So
you're doing better than me, Clayten. I need a and a housekeeper.
we have a great housekeeper. I was going to say it. Sorry. Yeah. Every Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Love
Thank
it.
goodness. Yeah. Jocelyn is her name. Bless you, Jocelyn, if you hear this.
Yes. Bless her, Lord.
We have an email that goes out when you sign up, and I think it's 27 ways to recognize that FLFE is influencing your home. So there's lots of ways to look at it. Some people's gift is to be kind of thick-skinned and pioneering, or whatever you want to call that quality. and their job is to, is to persist and be a blunt instrument of the Lord, as we've called one of our friends. He's the blunt instrument of the Lord. Thank God for it. We need people like that, right?
Yes.
Not me, but he's just one of those people. And he's not real sensitive. Like, he doesn't feel stuff. He goes to a Reiki session. It's like, well, I don't know. I think there's something good, but he might notice his dogs are really calm and they're not fighting with each other. And his plants are growing great and his kids are happier. So there's lots of ways you can notice it. It might not affect you in the ways that we talk about. You'll have your own experience with it. So, we want you to trust yourself because we're here to empower you. But there's lots of different ways that a high consciousness field can show up in your life. So may not be the ways we talk about today. It's come up for a couple times for me that lovingness can be a no. Lovingness can also be boundaries.
Yes.
And, we've kind of inferred that, but sometimes these things just need to be said. If you can have boundaries and, if you can be in love and say no, more power to you. And I'm not saying I'm there all the time, but, we're talking about working through situations and, our default is, well, I'll speak for myself, is to always try to ask the divine what its will is for me. And, but sometimes it's a no.
I love that. And I just would throw in there, so if the FLFE is providing that support, maybe that could look like a woman or a man having the courage to finally find their voice and speak their truth and say a no to someone they're living with, to a child, to a partner, and so on, to a parent. So that could also be like a gift of a courage, a field of courage, right? To take an action that needs to be taken. I love that.
Yeah, lovingness is not always yes.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things I can say from my relationship with Chuck, spiritual partnerships can be super intense, and one of the gifts that came in our work together is that Chuck was able to allow me to clear the negative, to vomit the negativity, to get rid of the anger or the frustration or whatever the old historical energies were coming up. And so to be able to hold space for the clearing that your mates are doing, that's a really powerful gift of love too.
So we specialize in measuring consciousness, and we're glad to be doing business with you, Anjie. The Judah channel, the group they're a very high consciousness group. And when we were, exploring how we would work together, we kind of checked each other out. I mean, we're not just here casually. We have our professional reputations, and there are good channels in the world, and you're one of them. And I'm not saying to people not to trust themselves, and I don't want to give exact numbers, but I vetted it. I'm a pretty good kinesiologist. I've done 9.7 million calibrations now. Wow. And our team together have done over 13 million. We're pretty good at this. And
I agree.
You and your work, in my opinion, can be trusted.
Thank you. Well, it's an honor to work with you guys. We really do. Let me just let Judah share why Judah cares about you two, Wright Brothers, and why Judah wants to work with you guys, and why Judah cares about FLFE. Yes, we care so much about this work. We want to undergird these gentlemen and everyone associated in their company, their company of high consciousness. We want to be wind and power beneath their wings because of this, because this planet has the potential to have a major shift towards humanity, each and every soul entering into their purpose as being an express image of God, an express image of God, an express image of God. We are not in any way giving up on this dream of source. This dream of the creator, this dream of the creator from the beginning was that, yes, that each and every soul is created in the image of God. And so we're not going to stop or give up or slow down, or lose momentum in the support we give to this dream of source, that each one be a reflection of the Creator in the image of God, full of light, full of love, full of joy, peace, full of creative power and energy, full of the very power and energy that sources and resources everything in the earth and in the cosmos. And so we see and understand that what these gentlemen are doing are opening each person, each property that has this assignment of focused and intentive life force energy, is a node, is a portal, is a pillar that cannot be toppled between heaven and earth, opening a window between heaven and earth. And so all of these points of light forming a beautiful grid of consciousness around the planet. And it is our loving intention that this work increase and increase and increase with integrity and truth, increasing not to its harm or in any way, but sustained, increased alongside its ability to sustain the work. And so we do not care that it is a business. We intend to source and resource all the money and resources that are needed of time, energy, and energy exchange that you call money. And we are more than happy for anyone within the sound of our voice to give their money to this work, knowing that it is a gift that is in alignment with the desire of the Creator that all beings reflect the image of God and live in states of high consciousness and health and well-being. And so be it. Yeah, thank you, Judah. Thank you.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Powerful.
I feel fire all through my throat. My throat is on fire.
Wow, that was very moving for me personally.
Good. Thank you, Judah, for your support. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right,
and we're talking all these highfalutin concepts, and personally, I suffer, in my own way, and I could probably use a little more no in my life, and maybe a little more yes. So I guess if I'm closing out here, I just I know what it's like to suffer. I mean, I still have some of it in my life, not as much as I used to, but my heart goes out to all those people that are struggling, and it seems like a lot of these issues get resolved as we get older, and we learn a little bit more about life, and life gets a bit easier for us. So that's my hope for everybody, that they can find some degree of peace.
Yes. And so maybe for some of you listening that are in a really good place, maybe the call to you today is to give a gift of FLFE to somebody or someone or an organization that's struggling. Maybe you want to pay for FLFE for an orphanage, or for an organization that's doing good work, or for a young woman that's a sex worker. I don't know what the call is for you, but I trust you to listen and be obedient. And I just want to say how much we love and appreciate Jeff and Clayten and their entire staff, and also how much we appreciate the Judah family. You guys consistently impress me with your love, with your positivity, with your willingness to grow, with your compassion. And we're all here to be of service to others. We're all here as servants of the Most High God. That's what we are. That is what we become as we truly evolve up the scale of enlightenment. We become servants of the Most High God. And so we're so thankful to you, Jeff and Clayten. We appreciate you, and we bless your work, and we want to continue to serve you. Is there anything you guys can think of, that anybody listening that just really feels compelled to be a blessing to FLFE? What can they do to support you guys?
Well,
Besides
spreading the word is, really good. Inviting us to podcasts, to speak, help to get the word out. We love, going on and having these kind of discussions. Yeah, becoming a subscriber, giving it to someone else. And we do have a way to give a gift just directly to FLFE on the website.
Good. All
It may
right.
be worth mentioning that 90% of the energy that comes from the machines is given in service, Anjie.
Yes, please. I forgot
Yeah.
that's so important.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when we had a sense that we should do this as a business, what we got told was that our own personal resources were not sufficient to spread this as widely as it wanted to be spread. Jeff and I had other businesses, and we put our resources into it, but at some point, if it doesn't generate its own resources, I mean, if we were abundant enough, I think we would just give it all away, but we haven't. We're moving towards that. We'll just say it that way, try to keep it positive. But there's only so much you can do with your own resources, and sometimes we believe it is God's will, if you will, or what's in the highest and best interest of all, to have a business and have the business generate the resources, provide people livelihoods, and offer a service to the world at a price that's reasonable. And we do give 90% of our energy away in service, or at least over the last 10 years. And if you do become a subscriber, we give you a pay it forward, which is a gift that you can give to anywhere in the world. It's at 500. And Jeff and I have promised that we'll keep that on for as long as we have the business. So if you cancel your subscription, it'll stay on as long as probably one of us is alive.
I love that. And personally, I'm thrilled to know that the money that I spend for subscriptions goes to some of the beautiful folks that I have met on your team. I love knowing that there are great companies. I hear so much, people that have to work in difficult environments. So I love it that there are people like you guys that can provide jobs for people that care and want to be in a high consciousness work environment. I think that's important too. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful time. Any last thoughts?
No, I'd just say that we welcome you to the office, and really any subscriber that wants to come to the office in Nelson, British Columbia, you'll be able to experience what you're saying. It's such a beautiful environment, and there's just laughter ringing through the halls all the time. It's just wonderful to be there. And that's available to you to call in and be part of that. And those people will call you if you're on a free trial or subscribe, just to check in, see how you're doing. And you can call at any time as well. And we have long hours, and you'll hear the laughter yourself through the halls. So I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, and the staff is great. If you get started on the service and you're not sure about something that's going on, or how the service might be working or affecting different things going on, they're great. Just give them a call, tell them your questions, and they have so much knowledge and resource to help you. Clayten, any last words?
We have real people that talk to you on the phone. Imagine that.
I know.
In this day and age.
They actually pick up. It's amazing.
Dozens of them.
That's great. All right. Thank you guys so much. It's been a thrill. You're a blessing. We love you.
Thank you, Anjie. It's been a blessing to be here.
Thank you, Anjie. Bless you.